Welcome back to Tea or Coffee on High Impact Television, and many thanks for staying tuned or for watching. Okay, so this morning we're going to be talking about something very, very, very interesting. We're going to be talking about storytelling through animation. I know animation is not something that is very, 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 very common in Nigeria, but we're imbibing it gradually. And so we have a professional in the house. Okay, so Modupe would introduce our guest for today's show.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we have Kanso Ogbolu in the house, and he is an animator and an illustrator and a filmmaker. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, ladies.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good to have you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So now let's get the ball rolling. Over to you.
Okay, so we're talking about storytelling via animation.
Yeah.
What inspired you to get into animation in the first place?
I mean, most animators will tell you, and it's pretty much the same story. You're little, you're watching a lot of these cartoons. Yes, and then you feel like you can do them yourself, you know. And so you pick up a laptop or a computer or whatever, install a software, and boom, you start. So yeah, that's pretty much the origin story of most animators. Yeah.
So was it like passion for you? Because most people enjoy doing animation. And
Yes.
Was it like passion for you?
It has to be, because it can be very tasking. So you have to enjoy it. So it has to be a passion. It has to be something you want to do, to be able to do it. So yeah, it was a passion for me.
When did you go into it fully? Did you study animation in school?
Nope.
Okay,
Architecture.
so how did that... Architecture.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's quite similar drawing.
No.
Well,
You draw, but you're drawing buildings.
yeah,
So,
buildings,
yeah.
animation, you also draw. Okay, tell us what animation is about.
So animation basically is making an inanimate object move. Essentially,
Yes.
is what it is. But animation, what we do is basically using, with the aid of software,
Okay.
to bring stuff to life. From your 3D to your 2D to stop motion to anything. You're just basically, you are the small god of that place, you know, breathing life to inanimate objects.
But you are into 3D and 2D.
Yes, more 2D now. I was into 3D before, but
No, tell us.
It's more technical.
yes, it
Okay.
takes a longer time to produce. You know, you have to worry about rendering, you have to worry about modeling, you have to worry about lighting, compositing, plenty, plenty grammar. But with 2D, you draw it, you rig it, you animate it, and then it's shorter time to
export?
churn out the work. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're talking about storytelling
Yes.
using animation.
Yeah.
So what makes for a compelling storytelling?
That question is a bit hard because, first and foremost, you have to believe in what you want to tell. And what are you telling? Are people going to be interested in it in the first place? Storytelling in animation, first and foremost, this country has a lot of stories. But we haven't really found a way to tell these stories. As a matter of fact, okay, so the foreigners now, they've exhausted all their stories, and they're coming here to take our stories. Go back there to produce and, bring. So first and foremost, your audience has to be interested in what you want. And we have a lot, from your Shongos to your, we have a lot of stories, to tell. Now, how do you want to tell it? Do you want to do, 3D? Is 3D going to be the best medium? Is 2D going to be the best one? No matter what happens, at the end of the day, your animation doesn't even have to be, gang. Just have the best story. No matter how small, 15 seconds, 2 hours, just have something compelling. Once you have something compelling, people are going to watch. That's it. Yeah.
Can animation be used to tell all stories, or are there particular stories that you cannot use animation to tell?
Animation can be used to tell anything you want to tell. As a matter of fact, filmmaking is the one that has more of the challenge.
Okay.
Because say now you are going to create story about Mami Water.
Okay.
Now, yeah, you can put a woman in a costume, fish costume, and do some nice makeup and stuff.
Maybe you should use the word mermaid.
Mermaid.
For our international audience.
Oh, yes, true. Mermaid, yes. Put her in a fish costume, put the makeup and everything, put her inside the water. And there's just so much you can do. She swims about for a bit. But when it comes to stunts, what are you going to do? You're going to have to rely on some level of 3D animation, realistic 3D animation to bring it to life. So with animation, you can do absolutely anything. In fact, that is what Hollywood has been using to tell all your Marvel and DC stories, things that you would never way back have thought that, yeah.
Yeah, so talking about storytelling in Nigeria using our animation, I know that we're gradually accepting it. It wasn't like this before.
Yes.
So how is it like your filmmaker? Is it selling as much as it should sell?
So animation in Nigeria is still pretty young. There's no, the understanding is still, if you, as a child, then now it's still bad, but then it was terrible as a child to tell your father, Daddy, I want to be an animator.
What?
Are you okay?
Your mates, do they have 2 years? Do you want to become lawyers? And but now, small, little by little, we are trying to educate parents and Nigerians as a whole that animation is everywhere. Right here, on this station, during intervals and breakouts and everything. It's animation. Your lower thirds at the bottom, somebody animated them.
Yes.
You understand? Your smartphone, animation is absolutely everywhere. So the more we as Nigerians get to understand that this is an industry that can take everything to the, excuse my friend, and next level. Yes. The better for us, because it's absolutely everywhere. And there is money in it.
Okay, talking about storytelling through animation and the works that you have done, let's watch this particular video.
Oh boy.
That's Cupid.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yes.
no.
Okay,
Wow.
so let's go take a sneak peek into one of his works named Cupid.
Cupid.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
After 3 years, after flying around this country for so long, I finally found this bastard. He was just an intern, but you took him away from me. My last-born son of the Cupid clan, Nigeria Annex. Look at him, sleeping, acting like nothing ever happened. Well, today, dine in hell! Hey!
New Super Cansolis Cupid Killer kills Cupid and his generations.
Okay, that was super funny.
I saw the video last night.
Yes.
And I'm like, what? Well, that's a very high level of creativity.
Yes. What inspired that? What was the idea behind it?
So there is a video that's supposed to precede this. I created a while back where I was on the phone, and then Cupid, because that's supposed to be Cupid's father.
Yes.
Cupid comes up to me. It was for Valentine's. Cupid comes up to me, and I'm all, let him stab me with my arrow, and then I bring out insecticide and spray him, and well, he dies. So that's supposed to be for people who don't want to, be affected by Cupid's arrow. So this is a follow-up, a sequel, where his father comes to, seek revenge, and this time I bring my own product and spray him as well. So next year, hopefully, there'll be an entire army of Cupid that will come after me.
Okay.
I took a sneak peek into your page, and I read a few comments. I saw that at some point, you'd explain what you have to do. I saw some videos of how you did before and after. And I know that most people in this industry would rather make people pay. So how come you do these things for free? Because I saw that you took your time. You just told them what to do at each stage.
Explained,
yeah.
yes.
So why do you have to do that? Why not make them pay instead of getting it free?
For things like that, that's the small snippets of the tips and tricks and everything. I do that because, to be very honest, I want people to be interested. We need people in the animation industry. We need a lot of people. I mean, if you look at the end credits of most of your animations out there, your live action movies, your Iron Man, or whatever, you spend 7-10 minutes waiting for the entire thing, because there are a lot of people that go, do this work, go into these things. So, but we don't have that here. So if with my tiny tips and tricks, I can make at least one person interested, then I've won. Yeah, so, and that person maybe DMs me and says, oh, I'd like to, and I send him to XYZ YouTube channel to learn XYZ. And they come back to me and say, oh, I've been able to learn this thing, thanks to you. Then I'm happy,
there is this, I went for Comic-Con last year.
Last year.
And I was amazed. There's so many, in as much as we are saying that it's not yet widely accepted and people are still, buying the idea little by little, we're getting there. But the number of people that turned out for Comic-Con last year was encouraging.
Yes.
And I like the fact that I saw different comic books that I had not seen before. I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
And they're all about storytelling through animation. But this time they're comics, comic books and everything.
Exactly.
So aside the all Comic-Con events, people into animation and all coming together, having to discuss and have forums. What other way are you planning to use to encourage and enlightening people about animation and using animation to tell stories?
So across, there's an organization called Animation Nigeria.
Okay.
And it's an organization that was set up to basically encourage and establish, animators around the country. And in this organization, you have trainings, you have trainings even specific to women.
Okay.
Yeah, so women in animation, that way it encourages everybody, basically. So, I mean, the Comic-Con, you go there, you see that, shout out to Ayodele Elegba, by the way, the owner. Yes.
He has been in action before.
He's a wonderful human being. So, you go there, you see these things and you realize that, okay, these things in this country. But then, how do you want to learn? So trainings, we're encouraging people to, it's Animation NG on Instagram. We're encouraging people to, follow the page if you're interested in animation.
You want to pay for that?
No. I'm part
pay.
He's part of
He's
the...
He's not part.
No, he's not part.
He's not
I'm sure
part.
he's capable.
No, you pay.
You'll pay,
We'll bill you everything.
So yeah, I mean, you go there and budding animators, you go there, you get tips for when people are organizing trainings and stuff, so that you can go there and learn.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but talking about animations.
Yes.
Before this time, I didn't used to like animations.
Some people actually still don't.
Exactly. So what are the advantages of animated movies over real life movies?
Okay, so I'd even like to understand, when you say you didn't like animations, like, can you expatiate? Because it's everywhere.
Can I say something?
Did you watch Lion King?
It's because some people feel that animations are more like cartoons and they're for children.
That was the idea.
Yes.
Not
so,
anymore.
Okay,
maybe...
so let me correct that notion now.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, okay, no.
We want to go on a short break.
All right.
Yes.
So we'll take the answer to that.
No problem.
To that
Exactly.
when we are back from the break.
Let's
So,
go
but
on
we
a
are streaming live on Facebook, so be sure to drop your questions and your contributions on our Facebook page. And of course, you can follow us on all our social media platforms at High Impact TV, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. And of course, be sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get amazing content, all our content that we drop, the videos that we drop there. And yes, of course, the phone line will be open, once we are back from this break. So put your mobile device close to you and get ready to call and ask your questions. Stay glued, we'll be right back. Do you like the video you just watched? Then you should click on the like button and move over to click on the subscribe button. Also, you should click on the bell to get notified anytime we drop amazing episodes of Tea or Coffee for you. Adios.